Hi there, this is Allison with Let's Go Travel Tips. We have breaking news today. Symphony of the Seas, a Royal Caribbean Oasis class ship, is reporting that they have had 44 to 48 COVID cases on their last sailing. And so I want to talk to you and let you know what has happened, and also why I think it is really important for all of us to stay up to date and know what is going on in cruising, and keep an eye on reports like this. And so first of all, I would like to welcome all of our Let's Go family members here. It's always great to be with you, and also a big welcome to all of you who are new. We are really glad that you're here with us. And so first of all, the Royal Caribbean's Symphony of the Seas went on they departed from Miami December 11th, 2021, and they just returned on Saturday, December 18th. And yesterday, December 19th, is when the report came out that during that sailing, they had the 44 or 48 passengers or crew members test positive for COVID-19. So before I tell you all of the details about that, I want to let you know that Royal Caribbean reported that for this sailing, they sailed at 95% vaccinated. And so what Royal Caribbean does is they require everyone who is 12 and over to be vaccinated, but they do allow unvaccinated children on their sailings. And so my guess is that is what that extra 5% was that wasn't vaccinated. And so this, like I said, was a 7-day cruise, and they made stops in St. Thomas and St. Martin and Perfect Day at Coco Cay, which is Royal Caribbean's private island. And so apparently what happened, the reports say, is that one person tested positive for COVID-19, and then through the contact tracing, they were able to test other people that one person had been by, and they discovered the other people, as they tested them, they tested positive. Out of all of the people who ended up testing positive for COVID-19, only one of them was not vaccinated. And so it says that everyone who tested positive was asymptomatic, and a spokesperson from Royal Caribbean says that they monitored their health and that they were doing fine. But like I said, they were all asymptomatic, and so I think that that shows that the COVID vaccine is working really well. When you get that COVID vaccine, unfortunately, it doesn't promise and guarantee that you will never get the COVID. I sure hope, I think it really helps you not get it, but also on top of that, even so very importantly, is the fact that it helps you not get so sick that you should hopefully not be so ill as to require a hospital stay, or so ill that you end up having long-term health effects from the virus. And so I thought it was really great that everyone was asymptomatic. They were able to come back into port, and people were able to head home. That also said that 6 people who were on that cruise decided to disembark early who had tested positive and head home. It doesn't say where they were, where they got off the ship or anything like that, just that 6 of them went ahead and disembarked. And so that's that. Now, when you have on board, they had 6,074 passengers. And so when you have 44 to 48 people test positive, that is less than 1%. And so if you read a news report that says that there was an outbreak on board, just don't believe it. Of course, we would all rather have 0 cases. That's always optimal. But when you consider that, it was like 0.74%. And so it wasn't even 1%. And so I am sure that with Royal Caribbean tightening their mask requirements, we had that announcement. If you've watched my videos, you will notice that they tightened their mask requirements on Saturday, so that they've always had people ask them to please wear their masks in indoor areas when they weren't eating or drinking. But they did have those areas for vaccinated passengers only where they would let people take their masks off, and now you can no longer do that. And so I am sure that Royal Caribbean is looking towards that, hopefully hopefully helping mitigate any more cases of COVID-19. And then I'm sure they're evaluating anything else that they think they can do, but they will keep an eye on it. One other really interesting thing that I found in this news story, and all of the news stories actually reported it, that on the December 4th sailing for Royal Caribbean on that same ship, the Symphony of the Seas, one person did test positive for COVID-19, and they have identified that it was the Omicron variant. Royal Caribbean said that they notified everyone on that sailing as well as on the sailing for December 11th, and I believe that they said for this sailing on December 18th they are also notifying all of those passengers. And Royal Caribbean will continue to test people and collect everything that they need to keep an eye on the situation. And so the reason that I think that this is really important is because all of us who happen to be trying to decide if we want to go on a cruise, or those of us who have cruises booked in the near future and we're trying to decide, do we think it's safe to still go? I think it's really important that we make an informed decision, and I also think it's important, very important, to be educated so that people can't tell you one thing and you don't know enough about it that you start to believe what they're saying, whether it's true or not. And so with staying up to date with this, our travel plans have not changed. We have our cruise still scheduled on January 16th for a week on the Caribbean Princess. And one thing I really do appreciate about Princess right now is that they're not letting unvaccinated children on the ship. And on their website, it points out that their vaccinated cruises, they're approaching 100% vaccinated with passengers and crew. And so hopefully that will kind of help keep everyone safe and not have any worrisome things happen. And so if any of you have any questions, would you please put those in the comments below? And also, if any of you have any Royal Caribbean cruises booked in the near future, or even on the Symphony of the Seas, let us know what you're thinking, or if it bothers you at all. I think that if I had a sailing on the Royal Caribbean Symphony of the Seas right now, I don't think I would be worried, because I've got my vaccine, my husband has his, we both have our boosters, and I follow protocols, and we would try to be careful, so I don't think it would bother me, and we would still go. But I know that everyone is different, and that is really okay. Everybody has different risk tolerances for different things. Everybody has different ways of looking at things. Some things bother people that would never bother me, and some things would be deal breakers for me that wouldn't bother someone else. And so put in the comments below kind of what you're thinking and about your cruises or about cruising, and I'd just love to hear from you. And so if you have not subscribed to our channel yet, we would love to have you subscribe. It will help us out, it helps support us, and also if you appreciate this video, would you please give it a thumbs up, because that really helps us as well, and I really appreciate it. So thank you. I'll be talking to you all again really soon. You all take really good care. God bless you. Love you. Bye-bye.